Today we're going to be doing another live stream. Um, Probably just going to be live for like an hour or so. I've got been filming a lot today, and I've got some bad news. But we'll get into that soon. So if you're watching the replay, yeah, we'll probably go live for a little bit. Got some time this afternoon, and I thought I'd go live. I don't know. I just so we'll be talking about how everything's going, kind of like give you guys some behind the scenes info on like some updates, and you can do some questions. And hello, everyone. Welcome to the chat. I kind of just do these lives when I feel like it, and out of the blue. So I don't know. We could probably time them up a bit better, but I don't want to stick to a schedule with these. I just want to do them when I feel like it. So that's why we're here. But yeah, I've been super busy lately. To be honest, I'm probably the busiest I've ever been. I'd say I've got so many projects going on, and it's definitely good to be busy, but I am looking forward to having a little bit more of a break because, yeah, there's been a lot of work to do lately, especially with the new shop. So today they are there grinding down the floors. We ended up choosing concrete for the flooring. I asked you guys what flooring you guys thought I should get, and we did a poll. And in the poll, we asked, yeah, concrete or commercial vinyl, like a commercial vinyl over the floor, like a wood vinyl, which I thought would look nice. And the original reason we were considering that was because a polished concrete machine would be too heavy to get up the stairs. And so, yeah, the first vote, we got like 50-50 results. So that wasn't helpful, but we ran a second one and I showed the costs. And the concrete cost a little bit less and would last forever. So we just decided to do that. And I tell you what, I definitely don't regret it. They've started it, and it looks really, really good. And I'm sure that it's going to serve the aquarium store really well. So that's good. But yeah, so that's been happening this week. Just been filming like usual. We haven't been able to really continue on with any work in the shop. So we're waiting till the flooring guys are done. And then we're going to start building some stands and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so onto the bad news. Well, I filmed a video for this yesterday, and I'm probably going to announce it like in a bigger video a bit later on. But I thought that probably just jumping on live and talking about it would be the easiest way because I could answer questions. But yesterday, I probably had one of the worst days I've had in fish keeping for a long time, and I've had a real bad streak. Especially since coming in this room, we had the power outage. So now I'm left the water change system on like too long once, and we lost a bunch of fish. And yesterday was just the cherry on top, and we ended up losing all of the baby zebs. So every single one is completely gone and dead. And yeah, I'm completely actually like heartbroken about it. I had a miserable arvo yesterday, and part of me is like, yeah, they're just fish, but these were like my little pets, and we loved them so much, and we'd grown them up from babies for 2 years, and we were going to breed them. And yeah, what happened? We had well, we've been trialing out a new water conditioner, and the water conditioner works perfectly. But normally, I make like a powder formula with safe for the water change system, and the dosage was just like slightly off. And I dosed the tank, ran my water change system, and for everyone here who doesn't know, the water that comes out of the tap here is like terrible. It's got fluoride, chlorine, chloramines, and like anything you put in it dies. Like it's just terrible. You really got to aerate it and treat it. And the way this water change system works is the water direct from town goes into the tanks, but we treat them so we never run into issues. And because of the slight missed dose, I ended up killing all of the zebs. Like I came back in the afternoon and they were just all dead. Like all my hard work right there, floating, dead. I don't even know how to describe it. I had like 8 of them in my hand, and I was just holding them thinking, what the heck? Like I just you forget how fragile these creatures are. And the crazy thing is I'll show you the tank. Um, the rainbows did fine. So nothing happened to the rainbows. Didn't I think I lost one. Peppermints are fine. It was just the zebs. So I was like one squirt probably off of it being okay. And yeah, so it's tragic. So I'm really devastated about it. But look, these things happen, and I was my first reaction when it happened was obviously I was angry at myself, and I felt like I doubted myself a lot. I was thinking, It's so embarrassing, like, just, like, feeling like crap, especially given the year we've had, like, with the bloodworms, with the power outage, like, it's just been one of those years where I just can't seem to get a break, and I think that's just because we moved into this new room, so, um, I kinda you kinda go through teething issues whenever you set up a new system. So, we're gonna be setting up a water tank here. I've got an old water tank from one of my previous fish rooms, which we're gonna be setting up here. We're gonna treat the water in the water tank and then pump it into the Zeb tanks, or well, all the tanks, and that way, like, we'll never have this issue happen again. But it does kinda suck that I had to learn the lesson on probably my favorite thing in the whole room, and, luckily, I think I've done a head count. We've still got 4 adults in the original colony. I don't know if I've got males and females. They're look, I'm gonna try my best, but it sucks to have failed, but, I guess a lot of people couldn't say that they've gotten to breeding Zebs in general, so I don't know. Definitely very sad and sorry for you guys. I know you guys like those fish a lot and, yeah, it sucks. So, looks like we got a lot of people in the chat today. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, lots of people saying sorry. I really appreciate that, guys. It does suck. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like, it's just ugh, it's just one of those things. It's horrible. So, I was considering, like, not talking about it, but then I just kind of thought, like, that's probably best to, like, tell everyone what happened because, I don't want it to give the, appearance like succeed with every single fish and never have issues. Like, I want people to know that, like, make mistakes and that I've lost tanks of fish that are expensive because that's the reality of the hobby. Like, especially when you're starting out, you will kill a lot of stuff. Like, it's not all glamour. And I think that's what separates the people who get a tank, like beginners who start with some guppies and they die, versus the people who continue on and like become like kind of like lifelong hobbyists. Is that the people who continue on can see that there's like more fun than like to be had, like past the sadness of losing those things. Because yeah, it does really suck. Like I've lost so many fish, especially this year, but just in my time that you do kind of get like used to it. But I think it's just always sucks. You are playing God. Yeah, it's one of those hobbies where it's just when it goes wrong, it goes terribly wrong. So yeah. Um, oh, jeez. Thanks for that, Zach. Bro. That's so nice. Losing fish always hurt, but if anyone's going to rebound from this, it's you, dude. Good luck on the next Sebs if you can stand to take the dive again. Yeah, so for everyone here who doesn't know, besides the fact that that they're super rare, Zebs are like also super expensive. So technically, those babies would have been $750 each, and I had 17 of them. But I never thought of them like that. They were that like I never like thought about the money that I could have got for them. I was never going to actually even sell them. So yeah, it didn't feel like I lost money. It felt like I lost a puppy. Like it felt like literally like your dog dying. So it's a bit different. Like obviously when you have a dog die, you've got like all the memories and like different interaction with the dog, but like that grief really sucked. So yeah, and like looking at it on the bright side, I'm gonna get some more Zebs at some point. Definitely not until we're done building a new shop. But I've still got my 4 adults. There may or may not be female males in there. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, possibly in the future too, I might be able to buy some adults from someone else. Let's just see. It's if I get the opportunity again, I will take the dive if I have the money. They were expensive to buy at the start, but I would try again. Um, so it won't be the last time, and whatever. So yeah, um, all right. Let me see if there's any questions. Yeah, so zebra plecos go for yeah about $750. I've seen last price for like a baby. So yeah, I'm in my journey breeding panda corridorus and watched your video legit every other week. Oh, okay, that was not a question. What's your opinion on Kmart tanks for better? I think they're good. I think they're a good size and they're a good price. So yeah, I would. That's a good idea. But yeah. So I'll keep talking about the Zebs. So I don't know what we're gonna do. This is the tank I had set up for them. I just finished up the video of this as well. Um, And yeah, like I came down yesterday and they were just like floating up in here and like literally dead all over. I'm sure there's still one in here, but yeah, didn't lose anything else. So everyone asking what was the issue? It was chlorine. I overdosed the tank with tap water, and it was just enough that it killed the zebs, but it didn't kill anything else. So yeah, that really sucked. But yeah, we've got. I mean, I've still got some snowball pleco babies down here. So if you look behind this filter, there is a bunch of them. And I'm thinking that I'm probably going to put these in the Zeb tank. Like, there's actually a lot. I didn't even realize how many were in here. Wow. I'm going to put those probably in the Zeb tank and grow them out. And I still do have the adults here. So you can see one there. This is a boy. He's always hanging around this cave where that big female peppermint is. And there's Norm's tail. Where they're really good at hiding. They've found lots of little nooks and crannies, rocks to go and hide in. Where else can I see one? I mean, look at all these shrimp, by the way, too. It's like a big Skittles tank. Look at these. The lot. This is a big Skittles tank. But I think the most I've seen in here is 4, I think. So I've at least got 3. I know that. So look, looking at it on the bright side, I've still got some, but yeah, it did hurt a lot. But I'm starting to like accept this. That's what happened. But yeah. Um, could you set up an auto dose with safe on a timer to fix the water change? So what we're gonna do, so yeah, here's where the water comes in. So it comes in here, and this is all tap water. So this has chlorine, chloramine, all that stuff's untreated, and it comes in the tops and then flows out the back. But what I normally do is put the primer in them and treat it that way. But what we're going to do is I have the old water tank from the burst shop. It's like 3,000 liters. It'll be more than enough for this room, and we're going to pump town water into the tank, aerate it, and also put prime in there and treat all the water before it comes in. So we'll never have the issue again. But I kind of just I knew that there would be the human error element of the fish room water change system, but I thought it would, I don't know. I thought the thing would be the timing, not the dosing. The dosing's what bit me in the end. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Um, if you use a 3 filter house filter, will that take the chloramines out? So I think they take out the chlorine, but they definitely don't take out chloramines. I'm not a water expert by any stretch of the imagination, but all the times when I looked into it, to get something that would take chloramine out, you'd need like huge filtration systems. So it's actually probably easier just to treat the water and more economical to treat it. But yeah, I'm telling you, Brisbane town water is like next level intense. Like this, whatever they put in our water is like crazy because it just kills everything. Um, how long ago did I find out they were dead? I found out yesterday afternoon. I was actually going to go live yesterday afternoon. I had my AirPods in. I was about to film, and I was just doing like a double take of the whole room, just making sure it was all ready to like show you guys live. And that's when I found out. So I just yeah looked in the tank, and I was just like, wait, and then it all made sense. Um, so that's what's happened. Yeah, I guess we won't keep talking about it because I'm sick of it. They were 2 years old, and yeah, I'm sick of talking about it. So yeah, thanks everyone for your empathy. Thanks for putting up with all of the bad news this year, but we got heaps of good news as well. Heaps more good news than bad news. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the fish room, show you kind of like some updates. I'll show you most of the tanks, and we'll do some feeding. I'll answer some questions along the way and just jibber jabber. Um, I am leaving for 5 weeks, I think, very, very soon. We're going to visit my partner's family in Spain, and she's got old grandfather who's like 95 years old, so we want to go visit him, and we've got to go do some stuff over there. So the fish room build's going to be put kind of like on hold, and also obviously the fish room is going to be put on hold as well. Um, so I've got Mia's going to come with all the fish room while I'm away. She's going to fish room sit, and basically, what does that mean? Well, it just means that I'm not breeding anything at the moment because there's no point because I won't be able to raise up the fry. So you'll see kind of like maybe some of the stuff that's going to happen to get back, which I'm excited for. But you'll also see the fry kind of that are massive now and looking really good. So let's start. I'll get some freeze dried tube effects. We are selling these on our website at the moment. I want everyone to know we do have a special live stream discount code, and you can only use this until midnight tonight. So this is just for the live stream. If you're going to buy something on our website, let me get the code up. I think we're still here, right? All right, we're still here. Okay, the code is live stream 15. All caps. Live stream 15. If that doesn't work, I'll make sure it works for the next week. But that code will expire tonight. So it's only for online orders, and it's 15% off your whole order. So if you've been wanting to buy something from us, um, tonight's the night, because you get the special live stream code. So, anyways, all right, now you put up with that. Let's feed some fish. So here's the fry raising rack at the moment. You can see, look at all of these fish. These here are all the koi angels, the second oldest ones. Oh my goodness me. Oops, I dropped these are the freeze dried cubes. So what I like to do is smush them on the front like that, and then they can just go ahead and start picking at it. Look at that. They go nuts for it. I've been feeding these bloodworm sticks, and they have like red characteristics. We're experimental with them. They have like lots of astaxanthin in there. I think that's how you say the name of the chemical. But look at I think it's actually helped their yellows and reds kind of come out a little bit, just the extra red diet. Then here we've got the bettas. There's our bettas, the goldfish. See how cute these are. Wow. These are all of the I think these are gonna be black moors. I bred these, like these were all the ones from the ponds. I hand spawned them for fun. And yeah, these are what the babies look like at the moment. We've got our blue eyes. And you can see here too, I've been conditioning bettas. What I do is any of them with like potential that are bred, I'll split them up and put them in their own tank and see how their colors develop. And then normally I'll take them into the shop and sell them like as a fancy one if they end up being a bit fancy. These here are the bettas that are duds, like with the swim bladder issues. I am going to have to cull these. These will not be able to be sold because their swim bladders don't work. And I sadly think this might have been my fault. I don't think it's genetics. I think what happened was they didn't have like the height to hit the surface when they were first born was too high and they couldn't fill their swim bladders. And I also think I fed them too much brine shrimp that it damaged their swim bladders. So yeah. And by the way, guys, am I lagging? Someone commented that I'm lagging. We're still all good because I'm sick of my Wi-Fi being bad. Are we lagging? Um, but yeah. So wow, they've already finished that up. That's crazy. These are always keen for some food too. We'll give them some of the freeze dried as well. So like I said, guys, live stream 15 if you want to buy some of these freeze dried blackworms. Fish obviously love them, and yeah, it's 15% off until midnight tonight. So squeeze up some of this for the Akaras. There we go. These nuts. They're getting really, really big. Oh, it's attacking the surface. It's the white stuff on my lip. Um, yeah, so look at them. And then I put all the Senegal birches down here. So I don't know how many of these I've got. They're actually getting pretty massive. So I've been feeding them pretty heavy. And the plan is to breed these when I get back, hopefully. And then I put the poplar cats in this tank down here. So I'll get them some pellets. Sigma fish. Yeah, those things look like eels. So yeah, we'll give them some of these. They don't like these pellets as much, I've found. These are like a sinking pellet, a bit of like a massivore diet thing that I've been trialing. They don't really like these as much as they like the bloodworm sticks, but they'll still eat them. I think they're kind of blind, to be honest, because they don't just jump straight onto the food. They got to kind of like smell it. It's a bit weird. These are called Senegal birches, by the way. They're they're a good one. They're a good size. You can probably put one in like a 4-foot tank. So if you want like a bit of like a monster fish, they're kind of cool. You see what I mean though? They don't really know what they're doing, but they're cool. They like eels. Eels crossed with fish, crossed with a dinosaur. Here we go. There you go, mate. See what I mean? Like they're not that keen on them. They'll eat them. They'll all disappear. But I reckon I'll try some of those bloodworm sticks out. Where are they at? Yeah, give me a sec. So I'll try some of these out because they normally go nuts for them. All right, guys. These are the new sticks. That seems like a lot of food. It's actually not. That'll all be gone in a second. They like this, I think, because it looks like worms. Part of my favorite thing in the hobby is just feeding fish. I don't know. I just love it. See, they actually like these ones. They seem more keen on them. Yeah. They're eating them or are they spitting them out? Can't tell. What lights am I using? I'm using these are just floodlights, LED floodlights. They're definitely good. They're cheap. They're great for showing fish, but they're missing a bit of spectrum, so they don't show reds and blues very well. I don't think they're just kind of like just super bright. So they're cheap, but in the new shop, we're probably going to be using a different type of light on our show tanks, and then we'll be using floodlights on our quarantine tanks because it's not as important. Um, we're gonna have to keep updating all the new people joining on what's happened. So yeah, basically the Zeb's died. Go watch the stream. I'm done with explaining it. Yeah. All right. So we'll give these guys some as well. See these guys going nuts for the wormies. I don't know. Do you guys reckon we should stock this? Does it look like a good product? Fish seem to love it. Oh my goodness. All right. So these guys, they'll eat all day, but they just eat a little bit slower. Yeah, they're doing good. Um, this is kind of an interesting tank. I guess we can talk about it right now because why not? So all these top tanks, I've been super confused on what to put in them. I think I found the perfect fish for this tank. This is the goldfish tank. I love having them up here. It's like having a mini shallow pond. They seem to love the tank. They actually spawn on the glass. Like there's eggs right there, so they go nuts in this tank. Um, this is definitely the perfect fish for up here. Don't you reckon? Comment down below if you reckon this is a good tank for it. But this is where we put the goldfish. And then I've been pretty like enjoying this tank quite a bit. I think it could be better. I want to scape it. But this one's got the royal whiptails, and they're normally down the front here. So That's good because you actually get to see them. There's the female there. Now the Corys sit out the front too. These are CW51s. We have some of these still in store. Run in and get them. There's not many, um, only a few left. And I think we're going to do a special on them because we need to get rid of them. So they are super rare, fun, awesome Cory. I absolutely love them. And they sit down the front here and eat little things I throw in there. And then we've got the Praycocks. But I think this one just needs a bit of a better scape before, yeah, before I'm done with it. But those Praycocks are just so gorgeous. Look at them. Wow. So they're really happy. But I've been trying to figure out what the heck do I do with this tank? And I just threw my pygmy cories in there. And it's kind of funny. There's a big school of pygmy cories in here, like huge, but they're so shy. It's annoying. You can see them all at the back. There's actually an Aru2 blue eye that's snuck in here, and he thinks he's a pygmy cory. But the cool thing in here is the internet says, and I know some fish keepers will know this, but everyone says you can't keep bedders together, you can't keep fighting fish together. And I think I found a way for you to actually keep males and females together, like long term, constantly. And it's just about tank size. So I've got my favorite yellow male bedder in here. He's the yellow Hellboy. He's the best out of the whole lot. Threw him in here with the yellow gene female here, and they've been spawning and breeding like literally like nature. So I'm going to do a video just dedicated to this project. But I'm going to see if they naturally start like breeding in here and raising up babies because he's always out the back here building a bubble nest. And yeah, they've actually been doing it. And the other cool thing too is the pygmy cories are actually doing really well as well. There's like lots and lots of them in here. Lots of snails, lots of shrimp as well. They're kind of a neat little idea, I thought. But yeah, kind of breaking the traditional rule, can't keep bedders together. They do this every now and then. You get to see them acting really natural as well. Look at that. So they're doing fantastic. Are we going to be selling RO2s at all? Yes, we've got some in store. If we don't, I'll make sure to take some in. I've got plenty down here for sale. So you can buy them online. And like I said, 15% off until midnight. So jump on that. But yeah, kind of breaking the traditional rules. Do you reckon this will be a good idea? Comment below. I don't know. Do you reckon that would be a cool video idea? Um, I think it's kind of neat. I kind of want them to be able to like community breed, like, how you throw guppies in a tank and you're guaranteed to get babies. I'd kind of like to see if we can do that with bedders. Like imagine just throwing a male and female together, leaving them for a month, and then having babies. I reckon that'd be really neat. But I do have footage of them actually spawning. And I love this boy. He is not shy and he's got such interesting colors. Wow. I think the pothos in here helps a lot though. All right. Now let's have a look at some other tanks and some other plans. So here is our top tank. I still haven't decided what to put in here. I've got some ideas, but I'm not rushing it. I don't want to rush this one. I'm kind of waiting to do some of these bigger projects until after I get back and after the shop's done because I know that I want to do them properly because kind of my plan after the shop's done, there's a lot of work to do right now. Once it's done, I kind of want to just go back to working in the shop maybe 1 or 2 days a week and then spend most of my time in here filming, hanging out with the fish and making YouTube videos and content. So I'm kind of just waiting until we get to that stage. But I think what I want to do is take this tank's completely overcrowded. This is the Amazon tank. It's completely crowded. I want to take all the big fish, like the angels, maybe some of the big tetras, and literally just throw them up here so that they can start spawning at least the tank's filled with something. Not do any hardscape except for maybe some wood and that. Just leave it bare bottom. And then when I've decided exactly what I want to do, I'm just going to grab out all the fish and I can set it up because that way it's easy. But I think well, the flattering angle there. I think it'll look really good with anything. So I just kind of want to get something in there. You can see naturally mosquitoes have been breeding too. I haven't added anything in this tank, and all this algae's just naturally built up. Someone said, with one of the shallow tanks, make it like Atlas Aquarium's river tank and hill streams would look amazing. Yeah, I maybe would consider that. I'd also consider that up here too at some point. I've kind of got that going down here, except it's not really a stream. It's more like a gentle pond. But this one's the Harlequin Rasmoras. You can see the babies that we bred in there too. With the adults, this tank's looking really, really nice. Um, Look how well the boosters have grown in. Yeah. The hill stream loach is getting bigger. They're not breeding anymore in here though. I really need to get some of them breeding again because they're just so popular for the shop. I also want to show you the um, I want to show you the chameleon whiptails. Have a look at this. So down here there's three of them. There's one little one and two big ones. I'll feed them some food and see if they don't come out. There's also obviously some albino cories in here. Um, but yeah, these are a real neat oddball fish. They've been doing pretty good. They're all growing. There you go. See them go nuts. Little weird whiptail. They bury themselves in the sand and they change color. That's what makes this fish cool. I'm half tempted to take these into the shop when we move because I feel like selfish having such a rare fish and only having it at home. I want it to be like on display. So yeah. Okay, but then wow. They really do like the bloodworm sticks. Where's Crush? Crush is doing great. Crush is actually thriving. How's he? He's probably one of my easiest things in the whole entire room to keep. It's freaking Crush. I reckon you could give him chloramine and I reckon Crush would be all right. There he is. Oh my god. I don't even know if this is Crush anymore. This might be. I think this looks like a female. That's Crush's misso there. By the way, guys, 15% off discount code. Someone just commented is livestream 15 at checkout. Write that down. But yeah, here we go. Let's throw some pellets in, see if Crush doesn't come out. But you can see they have been breeding. There's a young one there, young yabby, and there's another yabby here as well. There's already three. Crush normally comes out after there's food put in the tank. He's a big blue yabby. And the fish in here, these are all gadids. There are split fin gadids. Oh my god, the bright light's so bad. Yeah. There we go. So these are all split fin gadids. I think they look cool, but yeah, this tank's kind of definitely overgrown. Needs a bit of a trim back, but yeah, the size of this one. Cool. So that's that tank. Let's feed those hoplos actually. I want to see them come out too. Let's double check on them to make sure they're okay. Look at this view. Goldfish are always begging. Always, always, always begging. Okay. Let's throw in some pellets in here. This tank desperately needs a do-over as well. It got kind of destroyed in the process of me trying to catch all the Senegals out, but we'll wait patiently. You can see these are the adult Congo tetras. I really want to like do this tank up properly. I'm gonna leave it till I get back from my trip though. Um, Here they come. This is why this fish is cool. Look at these huge caddies. They're like pigs. They smell the food and they come out. You should see when we throw earthworms in there, they go nuts. So there's two. There's five, I think, of them in here. It's another one. Look at that. Um, Let me just read some comments. Look at that. So someone's saying here that I fed my fish bug buffet and it made my water so dirty it killed some of my fish, made water quality bad. So that can happen with any food. It's just about how much you're feeding. And the thing is, when you get a new food, feed the minimum amount. See if your fish even eat it, and then if they start eating it, then I'd probably recommend feeding a bit more. But yeah, that does suck. I hate losing fish, so I know how you feel. But yeah, just be careful when you're feeding. Don't feed more than they can't eat in like 30 seconds. So they've pretty much eaten all these pellets already. So they are a weird catfish though. I'd hate to step on one of these in a creek. Yuck. But I think they look cool. What else can I update you guys on? We can have a look at some fry if you want. These are kind of looking cool. I don't know if you remember, if you were in the last live stream, we pulled out some common whiptails. Here's how they're doing. So I've also added royal whiptails in here, but there's the common ones, all eating and doing really well. So if yeah, last live stream, I think we pulled these out, but they're all doing good. I think we have some of these in store. So if you do want to get your hands on some common whiptails, we do have some in store. They're about this size. These are going to go to the store in a couple of days' time too. These are the bigger ones I've got, and there are also some royal whiptails in here, but they're few and far between. I've been finding it really hard to raise whiptails. They are a tricky fish. Well, I've at least found that. See if I can't see. There's a royal down there. They're just so hard to grow. They grow so slow, and they're so easy to kill. They're really delicate fish, and I've got them in here with bloody common bristlenose. So yeah, I mean they're all doing good. I have been feeding them some experimental bug buffet. So this is one I haven't shown anyone. We've been in the process of trying like a lot of different types of foods. Um, we really want to get all of our feeds right. I think fish food's probably the most important thing you buy after the fish. You want to buy a good quality fish food because bad quality fish food is just going to cause you problems. Bloat, just the fish don't eat it, water problems. You need something that the fish go nuts for that's actually good for them. So we're trying out this new blend here. This is it in my hand. Um, like a high quality food here, but we're gonna get this made with insect. And I don't know. I think the problem we've had with the bug buffet in the pellet form is that um, it's hard to ship and it's inconsistent. And I think you guys can understand that. But this stuff here is a little bit harder, and I think we're going to ship it exactly like this. So not pellets, but like this. So this looks like quite a lot of food. What I'll do is I'll just dump a bit of it in here, but that's how it feeds. It hits the surface like that and then starts to sink. So you get the whole cloud effect. But if you want, you can also mush it up like the original bug buffet in here as well. So it'll ship a little bit better is the hope. And yeah, it's a little bit more of a professional food. So this is probably not the right tank to feed the bug buffet to. I mean, all the fish in here will eat it, but they've all been fed a lot today. But all the cories will go along the ground and clean up that dust. But it'll be really good for like raising up fry, I'd say. So that's kind of the idea. But you can see all this dust here. That's what the whiptails eat. They go nuts for it. Like they're all down the bottom, munching on it now. It's probably one of the most satisfying things you can see as a fish breeder is seeing fry eat. So that's your proof there. Fish like it. It's probably a little bit too much in here, but the snails will clean it up for me. But yeah. So what else is there to show? Um, this is good too, as well, this tank. By the way, you guys enjoying this? I feel like I want to connect with you guys. You guys aren't asking me any questions. So I'm just showing you stuff. But I think hopefully I'm entertaining you. Um, but yeah, you guys liking seeing all the tanks? This is the next one I want to show you. So this is the neon tetra tank. This one definitely needs a good clean. There's a absolute bomb of fish and shrimp in here. These are all the neons that I bred about a year ago. They've all grown out and they're massive now. Adrian came over the other day and said how massive they were, but I added a pair of peppermint bristlenose in here, and they've been going nuts. And there's babies everywhere in here. If you come in at night, you see more. But like me and Sanam counted 50 or 40 the other day of just them, just peppermints. So they're all over the rocks, and this has been a very successful tank for breeding peppermint bristlenose. But my damn sturbays have stopped laying eggs, which is kind of annoying. So there's a lot of them in here, but they've just stopped laying eggs, and I don't know why. I think it might be that I don't know. I think they're just getting eaten, or there's just too much going on in here now. But yeah, they've this tank's been doing good. Um, one sec. I don't have mods in here, so please don't spam the chat, otherwise I'll just kick you out. But do we have any bumblebee gobies left in store? I think we got a couple. Um, but yeah, definitely don't spam the chat, please. Um, so yeah, what else? Zebs are doing okay over here, but yeah, we'll see. I'm so sorry I killed your babies. Yeah, see, there's the other one. So I've got a feeling this one at the back here is a female. I don't know if you guys can tell. Have a quick look. It's a bit hard to tell. I do think there's a female maybe in there, so hopefully we'll see. What else can I show you? There is a tank with all of my babies. This one desperately needs a water change. Fish are happy and healthy, but I'm going to give this a water change right after the stream. They just get dirty so quick when you've got hundreds of babies in there. I cleaned this yesterday and it's already cloudy again. So cloudy water doesn't mean bad. It just means lots of bacteria. And I like to have my tanks a little bit more clean than that. So I've just been a little bit time poor lately. But yeah, we got some lag. Well, what I'm going to do, that's pretty much everything. I'm going to sit down and I'll hopefully the lag will stop. Tell me when the lag stops, and we'll do some more Q&A to finish off because I got to get back to doing some other jobs. But cool. Keeping mystery snails with newly hatched fry, is it a good idea or not? So this kind of depends. I would normally say no, because the problem that I've had with mystery snails in in tanks with small fry is that when the fry sleep at night, they eat the fry. So it's happened a lot with my angels. So I definitely say no. I do miss having like little ram swans and stuff around the fish room that I could throw into breeding tanks to help clean them up because they wouldn't eat fry. But the problem is they just breed out of control. So I don't like that. Best thing to do is just mainly do the water changes yourself. And yeah, that's kind of the idea there. But also, just before we get on with the questions as well, just letting you guys know, if you've just joined the live stream, we are doing a 15% sale store wide just for people who've watched the live stream. So if you're planning on doing an order with us anytime soon, the code is I keep forgetting